78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. Check it out, man. Let's talk about the NBA. All right, this is my first NBA in the morning I've done in probably a few months. But let's go and get right down to it. So free agency happened. It's going on currently. Let's talk about my Milwaukee Bucks first. The Milwaukee Bucks did a remarkable job, in my opinion. Shout out to John Horst. He takes a lot of criticism. He doesn't. I mean, they always trading off all our young assets. We draft and we don't develop the guys. I think the last player we developed in Milwaukee was Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying? And Malcolm Brogdon. What? Dante DiVincenzo. We had a few good young players, man. We trade them off and let them go. As soon as they get hurt, you know, with the Bucks, you get hurt a couple times, you out of here, man. That's just how they do it. But I think for the most part, we did a phenomenal job. We had 7 free agents out. You know, this looked like this could be the end of the Milwaukee reign of the Giannis era. It could look like it could have been the end of it. But John Horst, despite all the media, the fake media reports that Giannis wanted out and Shams reporting that Giannis was keeping his options open, Giannis himself never said any of this, but this is wishful thinking from the haters in the ESPN and Fox Sports 1 who are still, to this day, trying to bully Giannis into leaving Milwaukee, leaving a small market team and going somewhere where it makes it easier for them to follow the game of basketball by watching only 4 or 5 teams of the whole season. That's what they want, okay? But Giannis is staying with the Bucks. That's what he wants as of right now. So the Bucks did a phenomenal job. We re-signed Kevin Porter Jr. We re-signed Bobby Portis. Had to do that. Re-signed Gary Trent Jr., okay, which is phenomenal. We let Brook Lopez go, and that was something that we needed to do. Brook Lopez, love you to death, but he's slow. Lateral movement, horrible. He gets picked on defense. He's always getting challenged by every guard. Everybody challenges Brook Lopez on the rim, at the rim, and that's why he gets so many blocks because he has no choice. If people challenge you, 100 times a game, you get 2 blocks. That's not good averages. You know what I mean? But we were able to replace Brook Lopez with Miles Turner. The future of the Milwaukee Bucks looked grim, but John Horst worked some magic. He was able to basically, in essence, trade or buy out Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, phenomenal, legendary basketball player, but we knew Damian Lillard wasn't going to play for us next year because he had a torn Achilles. So he was going to be, if we could have kept Dame, he was going to sit out the entirety of next season. So the Bucks did the right thing by letting him go. So we stretched out his contract for over 5 years. $22-something million is going to be on the books. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh man, that's stupid. Why do that?" Because we had to do something. Because Giannis has not assured the Bucks that, hey man, y'all guys don't have to panic. I'm going to be here. He hasn't done that. He's allowed the media to speak for him and say all this crazy stuff, and then by the time he come out and say something, it's too late. And then the Bucks upper management has panicked and done something crazy, like trade Drew Holiday away and all that kind of stuff that the Bucks are always doing. So Giannis, some of this is on him too. This is his fault as well. All right, but I still like the moves we made. Okay, so yes, we stretched the Dame money out, and we, in essence, we it saved us about $30 million a season, and then we paid Miles Turner, signed him to a contract for 4 years, $107 million. We traded Pat Connaughton. Shout out to Pat Connaughton. Thank you for your service. But now we need to re-sign Ryan Rollins. I do not know what the Bucks holdup is. We should not even be thinking about Chris Paul. Chris Paul is 40 years old. He has never won anything. We do not need to get older. We played great last year when Dame was out, and we played young. Them young guys running up and down the court, they don't get tired as fast. They play better defense. They throwing lobs and alley-oops to Giannis. We need the young guys on the court. I like the Bucks young, Okay, for like 5 years now, we've been the oldest team in the league. Why do the Bucks management keep trying to get these old guys? It has not worked. Okay, it hasn't worked. We have to try and see what we look like when we're young. All right, this is the YN era. You see who just won the championship. Matter of fact, both teams just in the finals. The Pacers and OKC Thunder. Right, it wasn't a bunch of old dudes out there on the court. The Bucks got to get this out of their mind. We do not need Chris Paul. Re-sign Ryan Rollins to a decent deal, and I liked the kid last year when Dame was out. People forget how good the Bucks were without Dame. We played our best basketball last year when Dame was injured. If the media won't tell you that. Know why? Because they don't watch the Bucks. They only watch this in the playoffs where we suck. So they're not paying attention. I'm telling you, the Bucks played phenomenal last year without Dame. We were faster and better all-around team, okay? We need to re-sign Ryan Rollins before somebody else snatch that kid up, and it's going to be embarrassing. John Horst, you have done phenomenal. Get Ryan Rollins back in a Bucks uniform. Do it immediately, man. And if we got some money left over, and then y'all want to sign Chris Paul just to be doing something goofy, fine. But in my opinion, you shouldn't sign him. He just janky. He bad luck. Chris Paul's just a bad luck dude. He ain't never won that. I'm telling you. He is trouble in the locker room. He just said know it all. Don't bring this dude over to the Bucks, man. We don't need him. Stop listening to the media talking about you need some veteran point guard. For what reason? Giannis gonna be running the point 80% of the game anyway. You just need you some spot up shooters and with somebody when Giannis in the game to who can handle the rock. I like Kevin Porter Jr. in that role. I like Ryan Rollins in that role. I don't know what the problem is. Why y'all listening to the media? They don't care nothing about us, okay? In Milwaukee. All they're going to do is try to give you bad advice and frustrate Giannis. So stop listening to him, John Horst. There's also rumors that Bradley Beal of the Suns is going to be bought out from the Suns. And they saying that the Bucks are looking into Bradley Beal. And depending on how much money Bradley Beal wants, if we can snatch him up for a player price. It would be good to have a guy who can create his own shot, a scorer. But the problem is Bradley Beal is another guy. He's not that old. He's only 32, but he's old in basketball years because he's an injury-prone guy. He just got bad joints. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal just a dusty dude, bro. He got the heebie-jeebies or something. He just janky too. Him and Chris Paul just janky bad luck dudes. So just let Bradley Beal go to the Clippers, man. I would much rather see the Bucks get young, remain young. Giannis is gonna have to tough it out for a year. And teach, be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Doc is going to have to coach, be a leader. Forget about all these veterans and, just these guys are pros, they're vets. No, teach the young homies how to play basketball. That's what you're going to have to do. And I think the Bucks will be better off playing with these youngsters, okay? Now, I like the way we played the second half of the season without Damian Lillard. I just do. If you go back and watch those games, I thought we played great. It's just, we play slow. Now with Miles Turner, is a little bit better than Brook Lopez. Miles Turner is not Shaq, right? He's not like Jokic or nothing, but he's definitely better than Brook Lopez. So we're not losing nothing with Miles Turner, in my opinion. When we lost Brook Lopez, we're not losing nothing. We gained more speed, in my opinion. And I think we re-sign Jericho Sims, didn't we? I hope we re-signed Jericho Sims. I think we did. Okay, so the backup center, so we'll be all right with that. Now, also in Bucks news, before I move on, Coach Darvin Ham, our assistant coach, is rumored to the Knicks are showing interest in Darvin Ham because the Knicks did something goofy in firing their head coach without a backup plan. The Knicks is so goofy, man. So anyway, the Knicks want Darvin Ham, and the Phoenix Suns reportedly want to interview with Darvin Ham. But I don't think the Bucks is going to let him do that because the Bucks got plans for Darvin Ham to take over after Doc. You know what I'm saying? We want Darvin Ham to be our future head coach for years to come. So, and I want Darvin Ham to be here too. I like Darvin Ham. I think he's a players coach. I think he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out with him in L.A. because, of course, nothing ever works out wherever you go with LeBron James. Somehow you're going to be the scapegoat if it don't work out. Somebody got to take the blame, and it ain't going to be LeBron James. And speaking of the Lakers, Media reports are saying that the LeBron James era is over in LA. Okay, you keep hearing this everywhere that the LeBron James era is over. They're saying that uh, LeBron signed his he picked up his option for 2 million dollars or something like that to stay with the Lakers, right? And immediately after that, Rich Paul, LeBron James' agent, came out and tried to ruffle some feathers and put out some stuff about how LeBron wants to win the championship, and they understand that it's they insinuating basically that they could be looking to go elsewhere, place, right? They could be looking to go somewhere else. Now, I don't know if LeBron really trying to go nowhere else at this stage of his career, year 23. I don't think LeBron really trying to go nowhere. I think he just running his mouth. But he has a no trade clause in his contract. So if you want to go somewhere, just say it now. I mean, all last year they was trying to get you over there with Steph Curry now. But if you want to go somewhere, just go. Why be a distraction to the team the whole year, bro? Like, say something now so they can trade you and get that money off of their books. I don't understand. And then people are talking about, so they saying that this is the Luka era. The LeBron James era is officially over in LA, and this is now the Luka era because the Lakers are looking to keeping Luka and having Luka sign an extension in August, and making sure he's happy in LA, and they've done everything they can to make LeBron happy by drafting his son and stuff like that. Now they're trying to move on and prepare for life after LeBron. Okay, and like I say, I think LeBron should stay and retire as a Laker. But if I think if he leaves, it's going to be disastrous in my opinion. I don't think he's going to win nothing. I just think it's just going to be a dusty year for him if he goes somewhere else, and it's not going to turn out. No team is going to trade their young assets away for some old, what I'm saying, what I mean? Don't nobody want the old Apollo Creed, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the Apollo Creed from Rocky 1 and 2. You the Apollo Creed right before he fought Ivan Drago. You know what I'm saying? Anybody trying to deal with LeBron right now. You know what I mean? You still a great player, one of the greatest ever and stuff like that. But come on, man. It is what it is. And now there's rumors that Damian Lillard, who will be a free agent, and have the option to go anywhere he wants, even though he didn't go play next year. There are some people asking me what do I think about him going to Boston, what do I think about him going to the Lakers. I don't know, bro. I think Dame is washed. What I mean by that is I don't think Dame sucks or nothing like that. He far from suck. I just think he's washed when it comes to like his speed, his intensity is gone. Um, he's not the Dame from Portland. He still can put up 25, 30 points a game with the right amount of shot attempts. He can. The problem is, man, if you pick Dame up, if you take, see, he still was able to score those points with Giannis on the court because Giannis was another distraction. You put Damian Lillard, somewhere where like he can get a bunch of shots. I'm sure he can still get his numbers back up to 28, 30 points a game. But it's going to be, the percentage is not going to be there, man. The shooting percentage is not going to be there. And I think Damian Lillard, you pick him up full court press, man, he just looks sloppy. You got to get the ball out of his hands, man. He just, I seen him get stripped so many times. Indiana just owned Dame. For the 2 years we had Dame, Indiana owned us, man, and they just brutalized and terrorized Dame. Halliburton just talked trash to Dame. Dame couldn't do nothing about it, man. It was embarrassing. I was angry watching these games. He doing the Dame time signs and everything. So this is why I'm glad the Bucks went younger. Hopefully they don't get CP3 because that's not going to work out. I'm telling you. But Dame can go anywhere he wants. I just don't think Dame is that guy no more, yo. I just don't. You know what I mean? He needs a lot of shots to get his numbers up. You know what I mean? It's going to require him to take a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? He can still have his highlights and all of that, but it's funny to me how the media act like first. All right, so now the Dame is a free agent again. Now the media back on his sack, right? Now Damian Lillard. oh, the Bucks is crazy for trading Damian Lillard or letting him go, right? This didn't make no sense for the Bucks. This is desperation. Of course they desperate. Of course they were desperate to keep Giannis. Cause y'all, I saw y'all talked about for 5 months straight about how Giannis want to leave, and it's all cap. So of course the Bucks were desperate, okay, to stay relevant. Y'all the ones coming on TV talking about how the Bucks ain't got no options and it's nothing for. They can't attract no free agents and there's nothing the Bucks can do and this and that. Then they pull a rabbit out the hat. Now y'all mad and whining because Giannis want to stay with the Bucks. See what I'm saying? So yeah, Dame can go wherever he want to go. You know what I'm saying? It's all ain't no love. I mean, ain't no disrespect to Dame. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing, man. I wish you nothing but the best, man. Hope you find your happiness somewhere else, man. Because you didn't seem like you was too happy here, man. You know, like you miss your family, you whining and crying all the time. You got like this lazy style of play. Dame got this like nonchalant, too cool for school attitude that I don't like on the court, man. So this is my opinion, you know what I mean? But shout out to Dame, though. All right. KD has went down to Houston. We'll see how that turned out. KD on basically another super team. Let's see how that turned out for KD. You know what I mean? He's another year older. Don't know he's in a good position in Houston, though. Definitely a good position. But I don't know how that's going to turn out. You got to stay healthy. But nowadays, with everybody with these Achilles injuries and stuff like that, man, ain't no telling who gonna get hurt nowadays. I don't know what's going on with these Achilles injuries in the NBA. It's ridiculous. Now Boston is not going to be the team that they used to be because their lead dog Tatum will be out with an Achilles injury. They also had to let go of Porzingis due to salary cap stuff. Then they had to let go of Drew Holiday. So Boston is going to be crippled. They're not going to be the same team. Still good, but not the same team. There's also rumors that Dame Lillard might try to go to Boston and for a year or two, and that'd be terrible for the Bucks because then we'll have to face Dame on the opposite end. But at the same time, we know how to play Dame because he was with us. Just pick him up full court press and harass him, get the ball out of his hand. So now that's the situation with Boston. Miami, they pretty much gonna suck this year. They don't got Jimmy Butler. Didn't trade it off the white dude. I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they'll go after Dame or something. But even then, Dame ain't playing next year anyway. So like I said, it don't matter. I don't know what Miami's gonna do. But the East is wide open. Of course, the Indiana Pacers are going to be trash, or pretty much they're going to suck this year because Halliburton is out with the Achilles tear, so he'll be out the whole year. And then they didn't want to re-sign Miles Turner, and we picked him up. So things are looking up and up for the Bucks. So I heard the media on ESPN talking about this was a stupid move by the Bucks to pursue Miles Turner because this move doesn't make you a top 4 seed in the East. Last year, the Bucks were the 5th seed. This year, they don't have Dame. They're not going to be. Well, this is proof that y'all don't watch the Bucks. We played our best basketball last year without Damian Lillard. Y'all just don't want to admit that. Y'all don't watch the games. None of you marks at these networks watch the games. Y'all read stat sheets. That's all y'all do. Y'all look for people y'all know on the paperwork. Now, let's see. Let's talk about the East. You got Cleveland. Let's say Cleveland gonna be in the top 4. The New York Knicks should be in the top 4, right? The Atlanta Hawks greatly improved, so I'm thinking they're gonna be in the top 4. And the Milwaukee Bucks gonna be in the top 4. Who else? Indiana not gonna be there. Boston gonna be like maybe top 6. Boston might be in the top 6. You know what I'm saying? They might be 5 or 6 or something like that. Excuse me. I forgot about Detroit Pistons. My bad, Detroit. Detroit definitely going to be in the top 6. They're going to be up in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what you mean by the Bucks moves that we made is not going to put us in the top 4. It's going to be a lot of apologies issued out to the Milwaukee Bucks, mid-season. You watch how everybody start jumping on our sack mid-season. If we stay with these young boys and we play ball. We let these young boys run up and down that court. Where Giannis ain't never played with a young squad like this since he been in his prime. Uh, um, Giannis ain't played with a young squad since he been young. You know what I mean? So this is that's my opinion. We need to re-sign Ryan Rollins if we haven't done so already by the time I upload this video. We sign Ryan Rollins, and then we will have Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr. We will have AJ Green, young pistol starter, Billy the Kid. All right. Um, so that's like what 4 guards I just named right there. Now we can't have too many guards. It'd be good to pick up another guard, but still, we don't need no 40-year-old Chris Paul. We just don't need it, man. And that, in my opinion, you know what I mean. If we're gonna make a play for Bradley Beal, fine. I don't like that either, because I think he's gonna be injury prone and hurt. But we'll see. I would rather us get younger and get some guys with some intensity, get some young guys who got something to prove with a chip on their shoulder, some guys with some dog in them with a snarl on their face. That's what we need, some bulldogs up in here. You know, that's what I want to see in Milwaukee, some lockdown bulldogs. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this year's upcoming NBA season. And let's talk about, matter of fact, LeBron James. I forgot to even talk about LeBron as far as him leaving. I don't think LeBron. I did say that. I don't think LeBron should leave the Lakers. I think he should stay there and retire because, you know, if he goes somewhere else, it's going to be a bad look, in my opinion. He's just bouncing around from team to team. My boy Russell Westbrook is still out there looking for a team. I'm not sure if Russ is going to retire or if he's going to pick up and go play in Europe. I heard Russ has gotten some serious offers to play overseas in Europe. Possibly, I don't know if it's just a rumor, but they're saying Russ could possibly be one of the highest paid players of all time in Europe if you go over there and get that guacamole. So we'll see. It's a lot of moves to be made out there. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. I'm about to here. Deuces.